science you have taught, the marvels human minds have wrought.
I was here at Brute back in 2006 to 2010, but this building particularly from 2008 to 2010, so the last 2 years. Went on to St. Meinrad after that. Then I was the associate pastor at St. Christopher's on the west side, so a lot of time west side of Indy. And then they moved me way further west out to Terre Haute. And so I was the pastor at St. Patrick's and St. Margaret Mary's for the past 5 years, which has been phenomenal. And then got the call back in February that they wanted me to move back to Brute, but this time as the spiritual director. My main job is to meet with the guys and to get a chance to kind of talk about what are some of the things that they're going through in their prayer lives, how are they relating to God, how do they deepen that relationship with God, and then also what are some struggles that they're going through that they need to overcome. So I'm going to be engaging with them on that level. So I'm really excited about it. This is something that I enjoy doing as a priest, and so now doing it full time for seminarians, it's a dream come true. And I grew so much here. Like my 4 years in college seminary, I benefited greatly from spiritual direction. I remember being a freshman and arriving here, and they told us we needed to get a spiritual director, and they had someone on staff that could do that for us. And I was like, what spiritual direction? Like as a high school student, that was never even on my radar. So coming here in college, that was a new experience I never had before. I think my dad said it best when he was talking with Father Bob, who was the rector at the time, and he was just like, you took my son and he came in here as a boy and he left as a man. You know, it's this idea that you grow in maturity, you grow in a human way, but you also grow in your faith. And so to be back and to be able to help other seminarians in that regard and their growth and their maturity, I think that's just, it's gonna be so much fun. One of the things that Brute and St. Meinrad really pride themselves on in the dimensions of formation is the human formation side of things. So there are the four aspects. There's the spiritual, the academic, the pastoral, and the human. So one thing that we do here at the seminary is really engage the guys in their human formation. How do you become relatable to people? Because as we see Christ do time and again, he doesn't just go to the Holy of Holies amongst Israel, right? He goes out to the margins. He goes out to those on the fringe of society, and then he brings them in. And as a shepherd, that's what we do. And the best way to do that is to be relatable, to say, hey, you watch this TV show, well, so do I, and let's talk about that. And then it leads them, hopefully in conversation, to something deeper. Our goal in the seminary, it's not a numbers game. It really is working alongside the will of God. And so we recognize that our job is God calls the individuals, and then it's our job to form them to be priests. And so it's up to God, you know, how many people we have in the seminary. And I think at max capacity here at Brute, we can have up to 52. I think the max we've ever had is 47. Right now we're just below 30, so I mean, we're not even really close to that. So we're not concerned about the numbers. We're not concerned about hitting capacity. We're not concerned about just anyone who applies needs to be put in the seminary. Our main priority is to say, what is God's will in this? Where is God acting? And if this is the number that He's determined that we have, then we're going to do what we can with the ones that we have. And the quality is by far the most important aspect. I think the line they keep saying over and over again that I keep laughing about is they're like, we just laugh every day. Like every day is filled with laughter and joy because you get to see the passion of these young men that are so excited to be seminarians, so excited to be learning about, you know, the church's teachings and to be coming to daily mass and to have these holy hours and to be deepening their faith on the road to priesthood, that you get caught up in that, right? Like you kind of get caught up in their excitement. The importance of this, like why I was okay leaving the parishes behind as much as I love them and coming here, it really is for the future of the church. I think this is going to be a long-term investment, but one that's going to bear fruit 100-fold in the future of the church.